The time has come. You need some new project management construction software in order to keep your business running smoothly, stay competitive, just be able to scale and start systematizing your business. I'm Derek and I'm sharing with you 4 steps to picking the right construction project management software. All right, so before we dive in, make sure to give this video a big thumbs, likes up, subscribe to this channel. Get subscribed, best way to grow your construction business, subscribe. So first things first, the number one first step that you gotta start with is pick your must-haves for what you need the construction project management software for. I say pick, at least the top 5, figure those out for yourself. Some of the common ones that I see most contractors want out of their construction, project management software is their estimating. So what is the estimating like? Is the estimating work for your business? Because it's gonna be different if you're, a general contractor, depending on the scale and the revenue of your business, how many people you have, what kind of projects you're doing. Are you more of a trades type business? So how does the estimating part of it work? And does it work with what you're doing as, for your construction company? The second thing you want to look at is integration. So what sort of integrations are available? Does it integrate with the accounting software you're using? Does it integrate with the marketing or sales or whatever else that you're using? Maybe your cloud software. So whatever it is, check the integrations is often very important because you want it to make sure that it's working with the other software. So you're not doing a whole bunch of things manually or not just being effective because one isn't communicating with the other. Another thing that a lot of contractors are looking for out of their PM software is time tracking. So tracking time, for the different employees, different tasks that are going on, and for sure for the different projects. So you can see, where time's being spent, if you're profitable. And like I said before, with integrations, you want to make sure that time tracking is also integrated with your accounting software so you can run payroll and so that you can see the financial side of things in your financial management software, whether that's QuickBooks or Wave, Zero. There's a whole bunch out there. So time tracking, very important. And scheduling, that's another thing that you want to check out on the software is what kind of scheduling is available. How is it structured? Does it make sense for your business? Again, if you're running like a landscaping or a cleaning business, you're going to have guys that are running around to multiple different sites per day. Whereas if you're, a large GC for commercial projects, you maybe got 1 or 2 different, subcontractors on site who are going to be sitting there for a couple weeks at a time while they do, their trade work. So what kind of scheduling is available and does it work with your business and the type of scheduling that you need to do, whether that's, with your own in-house employees or with, other trades and contractors. And the last one that I see a lot of contractors use or need out of the software, and maybe something that you haven't thought about, is the reporting. So what kind of reporting is available? Are you able to see, again, reports like per project? Are you able to pull in data from, past clients? Which are your best clients? Which are your best areas? Where are you the most profitable? Where are you losing money? So where's typically do your projects go over, on scheduling time? So proper reporting is going to help you get that feedback that you need in order to grow and scale your business and just be more efficient and more profitable. That's the first step, is figuring out the must-haves of what you need out of the software. Stay around to the end and I'm going to be sharing with you specific software that I recommend, how to kind of, pick out of the ones that are available. So that'll be right at the end as we go through the next step. So second step that you want to do after you've kind of figured out, your top 5 or 6 kind of must-haves is testing. So you want to start testing the software. Free trials are usually available pretty much on all the project management software you're going to be looking at. Try a free trial. Even if they don't provide a free trial, talk with the sales support. I'm sure they can get you in on a demo or at least get you into the program for a little bit to kind of mess around and see what it can do. So yeah, get in there, try it out. Probably 2 to 3 different ones. Figure out how easy it is to use depending on your, your tech level. Some guys, barely know how to turn on a computer, and other guys, can write custom programs and spreadsheets and kind of, know the techie stuff. So wherever you're at, see if the software makes sense for you as well as your team, right? Even if you are very tech savvy, you got to be thinking about once you grow and expand, you're not the only one using the software, right? You want your team and other people to be using it. So how are they going to communicate through the software? How are they going to use it? Is it user friendly or is it like a lot of training and upstart to be able to start to use it? Another part about testing is ask around. So ask the other contractors, people inside your network and your mastermind group, home builders association, whoever's, other contractors, or forums or in Facebook groups, ask people, hey, what are you using for your business? What do you think about this one? What do you think about that one? Get feedback from people actually using it outside of, the sales and marketing of what you can find online from the specific, website of the software company, and get it from people straight, what's good, what's not. So that's the second step in order to pick the right, management software. The third one that we're going to look at is getting started. So you've figured it out, you've tried a couple, now you're going to start to get started. Some of the roadblocks or big things things that people kind of struggle with is like, just get in there and spend about 5 to 10 hours, set it aside. It doesn't have to be a full day, obviously, like maybe an hour or two at a time, but for a week or two, just get in there. Don't try to like, get it working in your business right away. Get in there, mess around, create a project, add some client info, update your profile, put your colors on it, try to do a couple invoices or estimates and just kind of mess around, get used to it, get familiar with it, and use the client support. So most of these programs, when you get signed up, they're going to have free support available. Lean on that, right? You're paying for the software. You're paying for that support, whether you're using it or not. So may as well get use of it. Schedule a call with them. Usually they'll do like a half an hour to an hour orientation, and you can always talk with them if you're struggling with something or you want them to train you or whatever. Use that support. They're the experts. They do that day in and day out. They're going to know a lot more and help you make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck, and that your investment in the software is paying off because you're utilizing all the features and the capabilities of the software. All right, I know it's a lot of detail, but sticking with me here. Getting project management software in your business is definitely a game changer if you don't have one now, or if you're upgrading to maybe a better platform or something you think is going to carry you into the next year or two as you scale. So important to get this right and worth spending a bit of time on. So I commend you for checking out the video and learning how to do this properly. So the last thing about getting started with the software is implementation. Like, implementation with your team is going to be half the battle, right? It's one thing to have the software and you use it and it kind of helps you, and it's another thing to actually have your team using it, especially if they're doing time tracking. If you got project managers who are using the software, there's going to be some pushback. There's going to be some, growing pains, and it's, until it's been used for like a couple months and those habits and processes are kind of like ingrained and people are used to using it, you'll probably get pushback. You get people who don't want to use it or aren't using it properly. It's probably going to be a struggle. A lot of construction guys, especially on site, they don't want to be using technology and phones. They just want to show up for work and kind of get the job done and go home, and that's about it. But explain to them, why it's so important that this is getting done, how it's going to benefit the company, how it's going to benefit them, how it's going to keep track of things, it's going to make it more streamlined, make it easier, just all those things of like, what's the benefits, and explain that to your employees, your managers, your sub trades, because they're going to be a part of it too, and get everybody on board, and just expect that things aren't going to work out well. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some implementation pushback. If you need help with the implementation or getting all this set up, reach out to me. There's links in the description. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. So number 4, last step here, I'm going to be sharing with you kind of the recommended software, the ones that I've seen or used effectively in construction businesses, usually ranging from like, startups like 250,000 a year to maybe $1 million or $2 million, $3 million a year. These are the ones that I've seen used very effectively and that I would recommend. The first one for GCs, home builders, and remodelers. So if you're in this space, BuilderTrend is probably one of the big ones, most well known that I've come across anyways. Really good software, not super customizable. It's an all-in-one. It does a great job of most everything and constantly, improving. Really solid project management software. CoConstruct is another one, kind of similar to BuilderTrend. Price point's a little bit lower. I know guys that use this as well. It's all the marks as far as like what you need in project management software. And then one that's kind of like an up-and-comer, I think, kind of newer, not as well known, but one I'm pretty impressed with is Contractor Foreman. Don't have as much experience with Contractor Foreman, but what I've seen so far, it's got a lot of features. It's got everything that the other, big guys do, and price point is very affordable. So definitely one to check out would be Contractor Foreman. There's other ones too. Do a search online, ask around, like I said, to what other people are using. But those would be 3 that you could definitely check out if you're in the GC home building remodeler space. All right, if you're on the trade side of thing, you got a trades business. Great ones to look at are Jobber, super solid. I know a lot of landscaping companies, cleaning companies, companies that need to schedule people to do multiple different sites per day and have a lot of like service type work. Jobber's really great. ServiceTitan is another big one in the trade space. I believe ServiceTitan's kind of geared towards HVAC, plumbing, electrical companies, although they should work great for other trades as well. But solid software, one of the better well-known guys. And then the last one I'm going to say on the trade side of thing is JobNimbus. I'm not super impressed with JobNimbus. I find it's a little light on features, but the price point and ease of use, it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you're getting started. It's pretty simple to get up and running, and it does help a lot, especially if you don't have anything in place right now. So check those out. Check out the description below if you want help with this from me or more specifics of details, or you want someone to set this up for you, implement it with the team, create the processes to get people on board and use it effectively. That's what I do, systems coach. Make sure you check out these other videos as well. Other videos here for awesome, great content. Keep learning, keep improving. I'll see you on the next video.